Travis Kelce arrived at Missouri training camp on July 29th, carrying himself like a battle-tested warrior marching into the thick of war, his gaze unwavering and filled with the kind of intensity that slices through the sticky, suffocating summer air. He didn't break stride for fans crowding the entrance, didn't pause for autographs or selfies, simply moved with an unshakable focus that radiated from his every muscle and step as he made his way across the field. This was not the man spotted on red carpets with Taylor Swift or seen grinning on magazine covers. This was the legendary tight end who knew the gravity of the season ahead, that every moment on the gridiron at this Missouri training facility could determine the trajectory of his already storied career. Excitement and nerves crackled through the Chiefs' campus as the players filtered in, their faces a mix of anticipation and anxiety, knowing full well that the weeks ahead would be unforgiving, punishing, and filled with the kind of relentless evaluation only a championship-caliber franchise can bring. Veterans methodically stretched muscles hardened by years of football warfare, while rookies tried to bury their nerves beneath a shaky mask of bravado, painfully aware that every step, every rep, every glance from the coaching staff could make or break their NFL dreams. The heat was already stifling before the morning sun even crested the trees, promising conditions that would test the willpower and fortitude of even the most committed athletes. Travis moved through his warm-up routine with the unerring discipline of a machine, his eyes never wandering, his posture never slouching, his message clear to every teammate and coach who watched. He was here to lead, to elevate, and to demand the very best from every single man wearing Chiefs red and gold. The practice field pulsed with tension as the drills intensified, sweat pouring from faces and arms as the players collided in simulated combat, pushing their bodies and minds to the edge in the hope of proving their worth. It was in the middle of one of these high-stakes scrimmage sessions, with the sun pounding down and adrenaline running high, that two rookies found themselves locked in a rapidly escalating confrontation. What started as harmless trash talk between teammates quickly shifted gears, the larger rookie using his physical advantage to press the smaller one, shoving and crowding him in an attempt to stake his claim on the field hierarchy. The smaller rookie, refusing to back down despite being dwarfed by his opponent, met every shove with steely defiance, his fists clenched and his eyes burning with the desperate need to prove himself. Players nearby began to take notice, some inching closer, to see if fireworks would erupt, others feigning focus on their drills while clearly keeping a watchful eye on the brewing storm. The air thickened with tension as the bigger rookie gave a particularly hard push, sending the smaller player stumbling back, but not yielding, the confrontation teetering on the edge of something that could spiral out of control. Coaches caught wind of the disturbance, exchanging uncertain glances about whether to step in or let the rookies hash things out on their own, as is often the unspoken rule in a sport where dominance and pecking order are established not just by talent but by toughness and will. The standoff reached its breaking point when the larger rookie grabbed his teammate's jersey, yanking him close and making it clear with his body language that fists might fly if someone didn't intervene. It was at that precise moment that Travis Kelce burst into action, moving with a speed and authority that left no doubt about who commanded respect on this field. He didn't wait for approval, didn't hesitate, didn't measure his response. He simply stepped between the two rookies with a forceful separation, pushing the larger player away with a physicality that stopped short of violence, but sent a message as loud as any shouted command. The bigger rookie stumbled back, his face registering surprise as he realized Travis was the wall standing between him and his intended target, the tension draining from his posture as the reality of the situation set in. Every player on the field halted, drills forgotten, as they watched their star tight end take control of the brewing conflict, the kind of leadership moment that can instantly change the course of a practice, a day, or even a season. Yet what happened next revealed the true depth of Travis Kelce's character and why he is so revered by those who share the locker room with him. Rather than scolding both players or simply walking away after quelling the fight, Travis turned to the smaller rookie and placed a reassuring arm around his shoulders, gently guiding him out of the circle of onlookers and lowering his voice to a quiet, supportive tone. The rookie's face was a storm of emotions: embarrassment, frustration, relief, Yet as Travis spoke softly to him, his posture began to shift, the tension leaving his body as he absorbed the message from a player he likely idolized growing up. No cameras, no crowd, just a private moment of mentorship as Travis explained the realities of earning respect in the NFL, that it comes from performance, consistency, and character, not posturing or physical intimidation. He coached the younger player through breathing techniques and mental resets born from years in the highest pressure situations football can offer, reminding him that every champion faces adversity, but greatness is measured by the response, not the challenge. Subscribe now for more inside stories and leadership moments like this. Travis didn't rush the conversation, taking as long as necessary to ensure his teammate felt grounded, supported, and ready to rejoin the team without the weight of the altercation dragging on his spirit. When the rookie finally nodded, a new light in his eyes, Travis left him with a final clap on the shoulder before turning his attention to the larger rookie, who now stood awkwardly to the side, fully aware that he had breached an unspoken code. Travis approached with a different energy, his disappointment clear but his tone measured, explaining that Chiefs players protect one another, that competition is meant to raise everyone's game, not create a toxic environment where rookies fear being singled out or bullied. The message was received instantly. The bigger rookie apologized on the spot, his bravado replaced with genuine regret as he realized the impact of his actions and the example set by a veteran he desperately wanted to impress. The word spread like wildfire through the Chiefs facility, from the practice field to the coaching offices and up to the front office, as staff swapped stories of how Travis had stepped in and handled the confrontation not just as a player, but as a leader whose instincts and priorities were perfectly aligned with the culture Kansas City had spent years building. Rookies began referring to him as Captain K, a mix of awe and gratitude in their voices, knowing they were witnessing the kind of leadership that binds teams together and sets the gold standard for what is expected in the Chiefs' locker room. Even the coaching staff, men tasked with managing egos and guiding young careers, admitted privately that Travis's handling of the situation had been better, more impactful, and more lasting than anything they could have orchestrated. The message was clear to every player, rookie, or veteran. Bullying would not be tolerated, respect would be earned, and the team's culture was not up for negotiation. This was the side of Travis Kelce that the public rarely sees, the side that isn't captured in highlight reels or tabloid headlines about his high-profile relationship or off-field adventures. Fans might know the man who walks red carpets, who jokes with celebrities, who travels the world and headlines commercials, but those inside the Chiefs organization see the leader who never shies from uncomfortable moments, who puts the team's values above his ego, and who uses his platform to lift up those around him. He showed, in the span of a few minutes, that true leadership is about stepping in when it matters most, standing up for those who need it, and setting a standard that everyone else is compelled to follow. The incident became a touchstone for the team, a story retold in the locker room and referenced by coaches in meetings, a reminder that the culture of a championship organization is forged in moments big and small, on and off the field. Travis Kelce's actions cemented his place as the emotional heartbeat of the Chiefs, a player whose value goes far beyond statistics or highlight plays, and whose presence elevates everyone around him. As the Chiefs pressed on toward another championship campaign, these moments of leadership, unity, and unwavering commitment to excellence became the pillars on which their season would be built. So much of football is measured in yards gained, passes caught, and touchdowns scored, but ask anyone inside the Kansas City locker room, and they'll tell you that the true measure of a team's greatness is found in the everyday moments when leaders step up, draw a line, and protect the brotherhood that makes a group of individuals into something more. Travis Kelce proved again why he is respected by teammates, trusted by coaches, and feared by opponents, not just for his talent, but for the character and leadership he brings every single day. Subscribe for more stories of authentic leadership and unforgettable moments from the NFL's most compelling stars, as the season unfolds and new legends are born with every snap and every act of courage on and off the field.